Islam gave economical rights to the woman 1300 years before the West. An adult Muslim woman can own, she can dispose or disown any of her property without consulting anyone, irrespective whether she's married or she's single. In 1870, it was the first time in England that the West recognized the rights of the married woman, where she was allowed to own or dispose any of her property without consultation. Do you agree that the women were given the economical rights 1300 years ago? These are ancient rights, but the question is, are they modernizing or outdated? A woman in Islam, if she wishes to work, she can work. There is no text in the Quran or the authentic hadith which prevents or makes it prohibited for a woman to do any work as long as it is not unlawful, as long as it is within the purview of the Islamic Sharia, as long as she maintains her Islamic dress code. But natural, she cannot take up jobs which exhibit her beauty and body, like for example modeling and film acting and such kind of jobs. Many of the professions and jobs which are prohibited for the woman are also prohibited for the man. For example, serving liquor, for example, working in gambling dens, for example, doing any unethical or dishonest business. All these jobs are prohibited for both men and women. A true Islamic society requires women to take up professions such as doctors. We do require female gynecologists. We do require female nurses. We do require female teachers. But a woman in Islam has got no financial obligations. The financial obligation is laid on the shoulders of the man in the family. Therefore, she need not work for her livelihood. But in genuine cases where there are financial crises in which both the ends don't meet, she has the option of working. Here too, no one can force her to work. She works out of her own absolute free will. Besides the profession I mentioned, she can work in the house and take up tailoring, she can take up embroidery, she can do pottery, she can make baskets, etc. She's also allowed to work in factories and small-scale industries which has been designed exclusively for the ladies. She can work in places which have got separate sections, gents and ladies, because Islam does not agree with intermingling of the sex. She can also do business, and when it comes to doing transactions, where it involves interaction with a foreign male, with a mahram, she should do it through a father or a brother or a husband or a son. And the best example I can give you is of Bibi Khatija, may Allah be pleased with her, who was the wife of our beloved Prophet, may peace be upon him. She was one of the most successful businesswomen of her time, and she did the transaction through her husband, Prophet Muhammad, may peace be upon him. A woman in Islam has been given more financial security as compared to the man. As I told you earlier, the financial obligation is not put on her shoulder. It is put on the shoulders of the man in the family. It's the duty of the father or the brother before she's married, and the duty of the husband or the son after she's married to look after lodging, boarding, clothing, and financial aspects of her. When she gets married, she is on the receiving end. She receives a gift. She receives a dower or a marital gift, which is called as mahar. As is mentioned in the Quran in Surah Nisa, chapter 4, verse number 4, which says, وَآتُوا النِّسَاءَ صَدُقَاتِهِنَّ نِحْلَةً. gives to the woman in dower, a marital gift. For a marriage to solemnize in Islam, mahar is compulsory. But unfortunately, in our Muslim society here, we just keep a nominal mahar to satisfy the Quran. Say 151 rupees, or some people give 786 rupees. And they spend lakhs and lakhs of rupees on the reception, on the decoration, on the flowers, on the lunch parties, on the dinner parties. In Islam, there is no lower limit, nor is there an upper limit for mahar. But when a person can spend lakhs of rupees on the reception, surely the mahar should be much more. If a woman works, which she does not have to, whatever earnings she gets, it is absolutely her property. She need not spend a single pie on the household. If she wants to spend, it's her free will. Irrespective how rich the wife is, it's the duty of the husband to give lodging, boarding, clothing, and look after the financial aspects of the wife. In case of divorce, or if a wife gets widowed, she is given financial support for the period of iddah. And if she has children, she is also given child support. Islam gave the right to the woman to inherit centuries ago. If you read the Quran in several verses, in Surah Nisa, in Surah Baqarah, and in Surah Maida, it is mentioned that a woman, irrespective, she's a wife, or she's a mother, or a sister, or a daughter, she has a right to inherit. And it has been fixed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran.